thank you all for tuning in again to the Sons of the Dragon, the Immortal Iron Fist podcast. And if you can't tell by this sexy voice, it is I, Carl Stout, with my companion,
Rebecca Hart. Hi.
Dun, 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 dun. Connor is not feeling well, so it's just us today.
Yeah. Hurrah. So we're going to do something a bit different, right?
Yes. We are going to cover Marvel Team Up number 105, The Hulk and Power Man and Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay. I like this one. I was just telling Carl it's one of my favourites.
From 1981.
It's a good issue. You'll love it.
Now, apparently, we're actually... I guess we should have done the annual first because they reference it.
Doesn't matter. We'll do that another time.
So, on the cover, we have a bunch of stuff that never happens, of course.
Of course, as always.
The Hulk grabbing a little girl.
Yeah, it looks a bit King Kong-y.
And Danny punching him right in the gut with his iron fist.
Pink iron fist this time.
And some hillbillies in the background looking on in awe.
Yeah. And it's got the nice caption, when this battle has ended, the trouble will have only begun. They don't have this battle, so... Okay. Okay, Marvel.
My only issue with this cover is...
Is it someone's hair? Please let it be someone's hair.
No, it is not someone's hair.
Oh my god.
Even though that is kind of...
The hair's fine.
A sea anemone or something like that.
The hair's fine.
It's Danny's left foot. I don't know what's going on there, but he should have that checked out by a professional. The slipper is very slipper.
Yeah, but they often are. Right?
Now, today's writer is Mike Barr. Carmine Infantino is the penciler. And Mike Esposito is art inker.
Yeah.
The rest of the people I don't care about, so I'm not going to talk about.
No, me neither.
So, we have... Now, the interesting part about this is this part never really gets resolved.
No, they just ignore this bit. It doesn't matter. It's fine, because it's just like, it doesn't... I think it's one of those... It's just there to set them all up being in the same place. The rest is irrelevant.
So, our favorite duo, Power Man and Iron Fist, and I do not know why the I in Iron Fist is not colored in.
Yeah, that looks like a mistake. That looks like a big old mistake.
But they're in a private jet somewhere over the American Southwest.
Yes.
Apparently looking for a couple of heist artists on the run. And they run into a monster.
Or the Hulk.
Yes, a.k.a. the Hulk.
But he launched himself at the plane. I mean, he has, like, no shame.
He's angry. He's always angry.
Yeah, but I'm not sure he can jump that high. I mean, maybe he can.
Well, if you look at the size of him in the window from the plane, they are obviously flying low, trying to spot these
Yeah. It is more like a crop duster type
guys on the run.
Yeah. But he basically punches a wing off.
Yep. Angry Hulk punches the wing off because angry plane always chasing Hulk.
Hulk.
Now, again, after he punches the wing off, the expression of our duo is priceless.
Yeah.
as they snarl through the window
but they're horrified, apparently, with an exclamation mark.
And we have a random female pilot from...
Hooray. She gets the plane down safely.
What's his face there? Jaren's gaggle
the
of...
harem.
And I'm sorry, but so she's going to try to lay in this thing, and how many pieces she can't guarantee.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, but I know I'm not the British one, but this scene right here just screams The Angels to me.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
And I personally would love to see Mean Machine versus Power Man and Iron Fist.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But then you see the Hicks. I mean, the...
And for those who don't know, that's a Judge Dredd reference.
Yes, and very worthwhile. So you see this family seeing a plane come down, and they seem to be missing water, and they've decided to go and steal water from whoever's crash landed, I should say. That seems to be their biggest interest, is getting the water. So they go get their guns, because America. And what can I say? To be fair, they're rural folks. They have guns because they probably need to hunt for food and etc. etc. I'm not making a big diss, just a little one. The plane screeches to a halt. Danny's knocked out, but Luke goes off anyway. He moves the plane a bit more safely. What's he doing? He's throwing it out of the way, moving it out of the way.
Apparently he has to tear
he's getting it off. He's getting it off Danny
to get everybody out. Danny is knocked out, and then once he gets everybody out, he decides, I guess, to just chuck the plane.
Yeah. And then, in what is one of my favourite things to show people that they do not realise about Luke Cage, the family come over the hill and say they found the Hulk. So for some reason, they think Luke is the Hulk. Which is kind of fun. I mean, you can't really see how you'd mistake one for the other, but hey.
Well, they are uneducated hayseeds, so... And they have been listening to the radio. They don't have a television.
Yeah, they know the Hulk's in the area. I guess if they see somebody chucking a plane... And they may not have seen the Hulk, only heard about him on the radio. But it's a little bit problematic, I think, for them to call Luke the Hulk. Just a little bit. And by the
you would think it would have been mentioned, the big green monster, the Hulk.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit worrying. So, but hey, why have I got...
They could have magic mushrooms in that hill, you never know. So they could be seeing other things too. So, of course, they try to shoot Luke Cage, and the bullet doesn't do anything but go pa-wing!
Yeah,
off of his steel hard
which
skin.
Which is only going to promote the idea that he's the Hulk. But he's saying he's not the Hulk.
Right. So they immediately threaten the pilot that we'll shoot her if you don't come with us.
They lost any chance to be charming people who you had any sympathy for.
So the pilot and Luke Cage are escorted away by the Angel family, and we have Danny beautifully splayed out.
Yeah, bless him in his civvies.
With his tattered clothes.
She hasn't lost his shirt, which Luke almost certainly would have done.
Yes, that's interesting. We get a plane crash, and Danny's shirt gets ripped up, but Luke's doesn't.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I think Luke's shirt survives this entire issue.
I think it does, which is why it's not the usual Power Man and Iron Fist artist or writer.
And as they're being escorted away, Luke has no worries about Danny waking up and tracking these clowns down.
Yeah, he's pretty sure that Danny will do the right thing.
And now we return to the Angels camp to find out the real issue. Apparently there had been a rock slide and a giant, humongous boulder had covered up their spring.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the reason why they are in desperate search of water. So there's almost an actual need here other than them being just...
Yeah. I mean, their methods aren't great, but they are desperate for water.
And the boulder is so huge that Luke doesn't even think he can move it himself, which I hate to say, but artistically wise, Luke has moved bigger.
Yeah.
So there's that. I mean, from what we're looking at, Luke could just punch it.
Yeah. But hey, there's no fun in that story. So then
Meanwhile, back at the crash site.
Danny's getting up and he gets the idea that this is what he's supposed to do, but he gets into his Iron Fist costume first. I guess because he doesn't want to be wearing broken up clothes. Yes, and then meditates for a little while.
Just shredding clothes disturb him.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that he's obviously changes out in the open doesn't disturb him, but but as he's after he does his little meditation,
he's meditating to heal and clear his head.
Yeah, fair. I mean, he doesn't know Luke's in any trouble, and the Hulk finds him, and Hulk will smash Fistman.
That's right, and he calls him Fistman because they've met in Marvel Team Up Annual #1, which
we'll cover sometime.
Number 3, which we will cover at another date. Hopefully it's just as stupid fun as this one. Now, Danny launches into an entire assault of dragon stamp kicks and elbow strikes and other things that pretty much just bounce off the Hulk. Yeah. So he decides, I'm going to need to do a double Iron Fist punch to his head. Mm-hmm. And he charges up both hands, and Hulk says, shiny hands make Hulk feel funny.
Yeah, so there's the other part that's always good to point out, is that his Iron Fist effect hypnotizes the Hulk to turn him back into Bruce Banner. Or not hypnotizes him, like calms him down.
Yes. And so the Hulk reverts to a very jacked Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
It is fine. I have no problem with Bruce being slightly jacked.
And off they go, tracking Luke and the female pilot who has no name.
Yes.
Now we're back to Luke
trying to move a rock.
Luke looking slightly less jacked.
And it is quite sweet because they both Luke and Iron Fist, in like either dialogue or thoughts, refer to each other as friends. It's really sweet. It's nice. So.
And Luke fails.
Yeah, he can't move the rock, and then this girl comes to talk to him, to bring him water or something. Yeah, yes. Water. Yeah.
The young daughter named Patty. Mm-hmm. Apologizes for the way her paw is treating him and says not to tell anyone that she's actually giving him some water because Luke is parched from trying to move this boulder because he'll whoop her. And Luke feels sorry for the kid as he's drinking the water. And then we cut back to Luke and jacked Bruce Banner with full set of abs. Still tracking. And Bruce is quite impressed because he can't see a damn thing that Iron Fist is following. And
then Iron Fist makes this really weird argument that because being out in the sort of desert is like being out in the snow around Kunlun, he feels kind of at home. Okay, Danny, whatever, we'll take that, but maybe just mean the lack of people and places.
And, of course, now they find Luke, and this is also a thing I don't understand, where Paw is smacking Luke in the face with what appears to be a pipe or a stick. It wouldn't really matter because it's Luke, and Luke is actually going like, ugh! I don't think that would really affect Luke at all, other than aggravate him.
Yeah.
And this, of course, seeing this is a circle of hate, which aggravates Bruce Banner, turning him back into the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, good job he hadn't put a shirt on. I know, he lost it again. Yeah.
So now we have a big fight again.
So we do have here's we go, the three-way fight. Luke, Danny versus Hulk.
And Hulk is lifting up now giant rocks and throwing them, which gives Luke the idea, hey, wait a minute, never mind our lives.
Yeah. Luke actually has the strategic thought here. But to be fair, Luke's the one that knows what needs happening.
So big fight, rock smash, boulder smashed. Finally, they position the Hulk in front of the big boulder, and what crack?
Yep, and out whooshes the water, but it only makes the Hulk angrier.
Yarg. His animal fury can be heard for miles across the desert with his yarg.
Yeah, yarg.
And also just then,
the military helicopters come.
Show up.
Just when you want to calm him down. Sorry.
And the Angels, of course, Paw is still plotting. Get my gun.
Yeah.
Protect ourselves. And now there's a whole bunch of monologuing about how the Hulk feels and how everyone has a friend but the Hulk. Mm-hmm. And good old Paw has his gun back and he's going to shoot the Hulk. And Patty, of course, is like, no, Paw, you'll hurt him. And he just wants a friend like everybody else. And Paw, of course, being the abusive old man that he is, smacks the kid in the face, sending her down to the ground, which angers the Hulk. But Luke runs in and pops Dad and says, I hit him for you, Hulk. Nobody's going to get hurt now.
Yeah.
The military, they're big. Everybody move, freeze. We're here for the Hulk. And the Hulk, bah, Hulk is tired of fighting, always fighting. Hulk fights everyone. Fistman's friend, soldier friends. Everyone has a friend except everyone but Hulk.
Aww. I'm sure Danny will be your friend. But it doesn't matter.
Cue the music. Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, he goes off on his travels again.
So everything is smoothed out. Danny, Luke, and Patty are talking, and she's asking if she can go to the big city. They're like, oh, well,
probably
we
shouldn't
do that.
Young children.
But, hey, 2 panels later.
In the airplane.
We
don't know how old she is, but like they probably shouldn't be kidnapping her, but still.
Saying she should be with kids her own age.
Yeah, so she's definitely a kid. So, but yeah, so that's quite sweet. Back in the plane again. Oh, back in a plane.
Wait, there's more.
There is more. We get a little extra, which is another of my favourite little bits. With Danny and Luke escorting models down the catwalk during a fashion show, and Misty and Colleen watching them with Patty between them.
And it even says in the title, and now a fabulous feature starring Power Man and Iron Fist and Daughters of the Dragon, wolves in designer clothing.
Yeah. And this is like, what, 3-4 pager? It's very sweet.
Yeah.
So Luke and Danny are in the fashion show, and Misty and Colleen are enjoying it. With Patty, yeah, between her. And she's having a great time. And then, obviously, there's some criminality. People who can, try to rob the audience.
Because if you're going to rob an audience, you want to make sure Power Man and Iron Fist have been billed to be there.
Yeah, right. And then they say, they've got somebody with a gun, so they think they've got Power Man and Iron Fist covered, because they've got, people that they can, shoot. But they don't realise how good Misty and Colleen are going to be. So they tell Patty to hide and go kick ass. And then the boys join in, because Luke does this pretend it's okay, your explosive bullets won't hurt me, but they might hurt you, and then you might not be pretty anymore. Okay, but it works.
The one part that I found interesting about this is that the comment that Luke makes here about locking eyes, and Luke Cage can almost feel himself aging.
Yeah.
And then he makes the thing about how he almost fainted would ruin his image.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting as well. Because he's doing that sort of standoff with her.
Iron Fist is having problems of his own.
Yeah, he can't get through the crowd.
Just trying to politely get through the crowd.
So instead he picks up a mannequin and chucks it.
Right. Takes out 2 of the girls running for the door with a half-torso mannequin.
And then does a sleeper pinch on one of them. Whatever, okay, Danny.
Kunlun and Vulcans are,
Yeah, we've all heard of that before. So So then they get back together with Misty and Colleen. They were like, "Yay, come out, Patty, you're okay." But then
The most
Patty
smug look ever on Misty's face.
Yeah, it's great. But then Patty gets taken hostage.
Yes. Looking exactly like the little blonde annoying girl from Little House on the Prairie.
Pretty much. And but she kung fu chops the person, and they're all very impressed, and they're like, "Where'd you learn that?" And she's like, "I saw Aunt Colleen do it." So she's obviously been around them enough to call them Aunt Misty and Aunt Colleen. And then Luke's going, "Yay, I should hire you to be my bodyguard." And it's all sweet, and that's the end.
In other words, a good fun issue all around.
Yeah.
Nothing taking too seriously, which I have no problem with.
Yeah, it's a nice little
fun read.
Interlude and
decent art.
Yeah. Funny story. It's a fun comic. I just like it. I like the little addendum, so Patty's doing all right. I think that's a nice little sweet touch.
Now, speaking of Patty,
yeah,
I'm seeing a huge missed opportunity here.
Yeah, right.
They love bringing up people from the past. Where the hell is Patty?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Where has Patty been? Has Danny been paying for her private school? She's now 20-something. Because that'd be about the right age if she's like 8 or 9 here.
Yeah.
Danny's only 20. Because this is still relatively, new after he came back from Kunlun. So he'd be about 20 here, 21. She's around anywhere from 8 to 10, I'd say. Mm-hmm. Now he's in his mid-30s.
Yeah. You could definitely get her back.
Some writers out there need to hop on this.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
But that's it. Thanks for joining us. It was a fun read.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you can get hold of it. I assume it's on Marvel Unlimited and that, so...
Hopefully, we will be returning to the normal Power Man and Iron Fist next time.
Yeah.
If not, we might be back doing that annual number 3. Who knows?
And let us go to the Facebook page, and I don't know if the vote's still open, but vote on what you want us to do if it is.
Yep. Do you want us to break it up or just keep on rolling through to... What does it go to? Issue 125, right?
Yeah.
So we still have 50 more issues.
Yeah, we got 50 odd. So the idea is that we either have a little break at 75 and then do something else and then come back in for some of the weird ending of the run bit. I think 75 to 100 is pretty good, and then 100 to 125 is a bit up and down. So I found it quite confusing the first time I read it, is all I remember. And then with a bit more context, it's a little bit easier to sort of get a handle on. So vote if you can. Come comment. Let us know how you're getting on with your lockdowns and your being at home. We'll try and get some more podcasts out to you. All right.
Thank you, and adios. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, Connor here with terrible mic quality right now. Just making sure Karl reminded me just to put in here a word about our Patreon, which you can find in the show notes and stuff. So if you feel like helping out, even $1 is awesome, and it'll help us get off podcast garden and keep running this podcast, especially during all this stuff. So go check that out, and see you guys in 2 weeks. Alright, bye.
Iron Fist and all other characters in these comics are properties of Marvel and Disney. Any music or images we use belong to their respective copyright holders. We do this for fun, so please don't sue us. You can contact us at sonsofthedragonpodcast@gmail.com. Just send us mail, comments, thoughts, anything you want really. Doesn't even have to be related to Iron Fist. If you don't want it read on the air though, make sure you mention that. You can also find us on Facebook, the Immortal Iron Fist Podcast, Sons of the Dragon. Our Twitter, at Iron Fist Podcast. Our SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Sons of the Dragon. Hyphens where the spaces are. Our YouTube, Connor Karl. Just search Iron Fist Podcast and you'll find us real quick. We are also on iTunes. If you find us there, give us a review and rate us. If it's less than 5 stars, please say why so we can improve the show. and we're on Podcast Garden in the literature section. And last but not least, head over to our WordPress, Sons of the Dragon, the Immortal Iron Fist Podcast.wordpress.com. That's where I put all the show notes. I'd like to thank Thomas Tissot for composing the Iron Fist theme song we use at the start of our Iron Fist episodes on the podcast. I'd also like to thank Peter John Sikorsky for composing the Power Man and Iron Fist theme we use at the start of our Power Man and Iron Fist episodes. And finally, thanks to you guys for listening.